Hi, my name is Emma Kate Prohaska, and this is my album design project. So, my first song for the Baroque era is Messiah by Handel. Handel. So, to begin, the instruments that you can hear are some strings, like variations of cellos and violins. You can hear some oboes, trumpets. The composition date is 1741. The emotions of the song was rather sweet, enchanting, joyous. It was more of like more of like a religious song, like a Christian religious song, praising the Lord, praising Jesus Christ. Um, if so, the song had no lyrics, so I would picture this in a church service in a huge, large, grand cathedral. It is very well composed. That's what I liked about it, and it had really great. Actually, no, it did have some good lyrics. It had like a little section of lyrics in it. Um, but I would picture it in a church, and it's just giving praise to the Lord. On my phone, it sounded like the melody was pretty clear, but the instruments were like harder to like pick out. And when I put my headphones on, it was richer in sound and it was more in detail. And like I could like pick out like, oh, these are some strings, these are trumpets, stuff like that. Um, and the nationality of the composer is German, and then he ended up living in Britain as well. So I just went ahead and put German and Britain, or German and British. The next song or piece for the classical era is The Waltz of Flowers by Tchaikovsky. And this song is well, not song, this piece is a part of the Nutcracker. The instruments that you can hear are strings, woodwinds, percussion, harp, um, a good chunk of like an orchestra. I don't know if it's a full orchestra. I don't want to say full and then it not be a full. Um, the composition date is 1892. The emotions, this one was like magical, dreamy, really graceful. It's a ballet, so I just those things like came to mind, especially with it being relevant to the Nutcracker. Um, this song doesn't have lyrics, but when I hear it, I just picture the Nutcracker and I just picture like sugar plum fairies and flowers, of course, because it's the Waltz of the Flowers and the Nutcracker. I just think of all that when I hear the song. It flows together really nicely. It's not very choppy. This piece was very enjoyable. I don't really have many dislikes among the pieces that I've chosen for this project, actually. I do have a few, but not many. Um, and on my phone, again, it was the melody was present, but it was harder to pick up like the softer instruments. My headphones picked up the more in depth sound. The strings are more present. And the nationality of Tchaikovsky is Russian. The third piece is Symphony Number 5 by Beethoven. This is the Romantic era, and this is a full orchestra. The composition date was 1804 to 1808. This is a very powerful and intense song. It sounded almost heroic as well. Um, and when I hear this, it doesn't have any lyrics, and when I listen to it, it just reminded me of like a character like putting together all the dots and like becoming angry over it, like almost like a murder mystery kind of thing situation. Um, I liked it a lot. This is very like it's a very powerful piece. It's very intense, and it makes you kind of feel all the emotions. It has like soft parts and light parts, and it like builds it up. It like goes like it has like high parts and it goes down low and like continues. And um, it can get slow in some spots. I like the intensity of it, but sometimes when it would like go down and like kind of get calm, it wasn't that exciting. Um, Again, for my phone, the melody and orchestra were less powerful. They weren't as noticeable. And Um, for headphones, more dynamic sound and a strong bass. And the nationality for Beethoven is German. Jazz. So I chose the piece Mood Indigo by Duke Ellington. This is instrumentation of piano, trombone, drums, saxophones, um, which was really great together, by the way. I haven't heard this piece before, but I saw it and I clicked on it and I was like, ooh, I like this one. The composition date is 1930. It is very relaxed, mellow, warm. It doesn't have any lyrics, so when I was listening to this one, I just imagined like a romance movie, a candlelit dinner, a background, like a music in the background kind of moment. Very laid back, very smooth melody. I really enjoyed this song. This not song. I keep saying song. This piece. I really enjoyed it, um, and I didn't really have any dislikes. Um, and on my phone, again, the bass of like the trombone was less noticeable. And for my phone, it was easier to differentiate like the sounds of the instruments, and it sounded more full and like together, and you could like hear all of it flowing together. The nationality of Duke Ellington is American. Musical theater. I chose the song "What Is This Feeling" by Wicked. Um, And so the picture, I have the movie, but the composer was the one that helped form the original like musical theater one. So kind of like the same song. It's just part of the movie picture, and I chose this vocal version. So the instrumentation was vocals, piano, strings, percussion. Um, the composition date was 2003, but for the movie or the first movie, 2024. This was humorous, it was dramatic, it was sarcastic. This song is about like the pent up annoyance at the beginning of the movie when Glinda and Elphaba can't stand each other and they're roommates and they just can't get over the fact that they're so different and they don't want to room together and they're just voicing that. It's very catchy, great vocals, and it's full of emotion and it's full of drama. Um, love this song. This one's really fun to listen to. You can like hear them like bickering back and forth, and you feel like you're there. So no dislikes for this one. Um, for my phone, the vocals were harder to identify. Not the vocals and instruments. I think I put R. Vocals and instruments are harder to identify, and the headphones have more depth. The nationality for Ariana Grande is American, Cynthia is British, and Steven is American. And Steven is the composer. All right. The film, show, or video game I chose I've Had the Time of My Life by Bill Medley, and this was in the movie Dirty Dancing. That's one of my favorite 80s movies of all time. The instrumentation is like vocals, drums, guitar. There's probably a few more in there, but those are the main ones that really stuck out to me. The composition date is 1987. It is romantic, exciting, uplifting. Um, when I listen to the song and you listen to the lyrics, you can hear that the person is having a great time. It looks like you can like picture them having just a great time together, um, whatever the situation or event may be. Super fun song, makes me want to dance, and I have no dislikes for this one. This is, like I said earlier, one of my favorite movies. For my phone, I feel like it doesn't do it justice. His voice is really clear, but the instruments are weaker. Headphones, clear vocals, and it highlights the instruments better. And the nationality for Bill Medley is American. Okay, At Last by Etta James. Excuse me. Um, vocals, piano, strings, drums, guitar. Again, this one is one of my favorite songs. This is R&B, by the way. And the composition date is 1941. This is a very loving and warm and joyous song. This song is about finally finding love, and you're excited about it, and you feel like you're changing, and you're romanticizing life, and this just captures that essence. I love this song. What I really like about it is her powerful voice and her intricate lyrics. It's a very timeless song. When it came out, it became very big, and it has continued to be very big. I don't really have any dislikes. This is again one of my favorite songs. On my phone, the bass is not very strong, but the vocals are clear. And the headphones, it's strong vocals, and the instruments are more detailed and it's more full in a sense. And the nationality is American for Etta James. Rock, I chose Hotel California by the Eagles. This is a very long song with a very long intro, but it is one of the greatest rock songs and one of the most recognized rock songs. So the instrumentation was variations of guitar. I think there's like electric, and I think there was one that was like pedal something, metal something pedal guitar, drums, vocals. Um, the composition date is 1976. This is a mysterious song that's relaxed. When I was listening to the lyrics, they're describing a hotel, but it's more of like in a metaphorical kind of way. And the more I was like looking into it and diving into it, it turns out it wasn't really like explained by the band. It's like that ominousness, like they're trying to leave it up to interpretation of the listener, I'm guessing. So I really like this song. It's telling a story. It's an iconic song. I do have a dislike for this one. I do wish there was more instruments. I feel like there was just like one little like missing oomph to it. For my phone, the guitars and drums weren't as noticeable, but with my headphones, the vocals were more clear and the instruments were bolded. And the nationalities for the artists are American. For my pop song, I have Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. When this song came out, it was on constantly. I was listening to the song nonstop. So this song has piano, drums, electric guitar, vocals, of course, and the composition date is 2021. This is an emotional song. It's heartbreak, it's sadness, and it's a teenage breakup. So you're feeling all the emotions. And this song, it tells the story of a teenage breakup, and there's like little I'm trying to find the word, like little reminders of that relationship, and she is like bringing it up and trying to like talk to her ex-boyfriend in a sense. And this is a great song overall. Tells a story. It's a great melody. The lyrics are very well thought through and like purposeful. I don't really have any dislikes for this song. This song, like I said earlier, I listened to nonstop. It was constantly on. And with my phone, I feel like the layers of the song were kind of like disconnected and they weren't as noticeable. And then with my headphone, it like enriches the vocals and the instruments and like brings it all together. And the nationality for Olivia Rodrigo is American. And last but not least, this is one of my faves. This is Space and Time by Tyler Childers. This is a country song or Americana folk kind of song. And this has vocals, variations of guitar, drums, piano, and the composition date is 2020. The emotions are love, hopefulness, emotional. When I listen to the song is about devoted love, it's never ending love, and the lyrics are intricate and honest, and that's what I really like about it. And I have no dislikes for this song. This song is so emotional, and every lyric you are like, I feel like tuned in, like really tuned into the song. And on my phone, it takes away from the emotion, it takes away the intensity of the instruments, and the headphones do a good job of doing it justice. It combines all of that together, and the nationality is American. Thank you.